Today's coffee break, how your Southwest companion can fly for free.
Yeah, we've long said that the Southwest Companion Pass is one of the best deals in domestic travel because it can just be massively valuable if you use it a lot. So, we're going to talk today about how you can bring a friend with you for free. So, we're talking about the Southwest Companion Pass. So, what is it? Let's start there with a little overview. What is the Southwest Companion Pass? Well, it's sort of like a status that you can get, and it enables you to bring a friend with you for free every time you fly Southwest. Friend, family member. It doesn't have to be a friend. Could be a spouse, could be a significant other, child, whatever. You can bring them with you for free an unlimited number of times. And that's what makes this particularly crazy because you can keep taking trip after trip and adding your companion for free. You can add your companion to your flight if you have the companion pass, that is, whether you bought your initial ticket with money, with cash, or with your Southwest Rapid Rewards points. You could still add the companion for free either way. In fact, somebody else could use their points or their money to book a ticket for you. And if you're a companion pass holder, you can still add your companion for free. You don't even have to be the one that paid for the flight to add your companion for free. And you can add your companion all the way up until 10 minutes before the flight if there's still seats available for sale. Doesn't matter if it's, you don't have to worry about a fare class. Doesn't matter how much the price of a ticket has gone up too. You add your companion for just the taxes. When we say free, you'll pay just the taxes, which domestically is $5.60 each way usually. So very close to free anyway.
So
You
if
can
you're
change your
working,
oh, go
so
ahead.
if you're working on getting your companion pass, you don't have it yet, but you want to plan travel, you could go ahead, right? And
Yeah.
as long as you're pretty sure you're going to get that companion pass, you could go ahead and book the travel in the future for just the one of you. And then later on, once you get the companion pass, add that person for free.
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, a little trick there, if you know you're going to earn a companion pass and you're concerned that that flight might sell out, what you could do is book one seat for you with your points or your money at whatever cheap price you want, and then book a second seat for your friend or whatever at the fully refundable fare now. And that way, down the road, once you have your companion pass, you can just cancel their fully refundable fare to make sure you free up a seat on the plane and then add them as your companion. So
Hmm.
that'd be an easy way to kind of save them a seat, so to speak, with a fully refundable fare. So yeah, there definitely you don't have to wait to book your travel. Was Craig's point. You can start booking now and add your companion later once you get it. And once you earn the companion pass, you can well, first of all, you can change your companion up to 3 times per year. So you're not stuck with the same person every single time. You can change and bring different people with you. And once you earn it, it's valid for the rest of that calendar year and all of the next calendar year. So when Greg says you don't have to wait to book travel, if you're going to earn a companion pass in 2025, for instance, then you can start booking your travel in 2024 for 2025 and then be, adding your companion later on down the line. All right, so that's a little bit about what it is. So how do you earn it? Well, we got to go over the requirements. You need to either earn 135,000 total points in a single calendar year or take 100 flights in one calendar year. Now, I can't give you a shortcut to 100 flights, so we're not
Yeah.
really going to talk about that path to the
Right.
companion
I
path.
mean, that's a lot of flights.
A
That's
lot of
that's
flights,
like
like two every
two,
day, right?
two a week,
Every week,
right?
rather. Every
Two a
every
week.
day.
Yeah.
Yes,
Still,
every week.
that's a lot. I mean, if you're
It
if
is.
you're a
Yeah.
traveling business person, I guess that would be easy. But for leisure travelers, that's not the way to get it.
Right. And there's no shortcut to that. If you either you take 100 flights or you don't. And so well, there aren't very many ways to talk about how to do that. You just take your 100 flights or you don't. But the other way to earn it, 135,000 points, there's a multitude of ways to earn Southwest Companion Pass qualifying flights, or rather points. So we're going to talk about the points. I mentioned you need to earn 135,000 points within a single calendar year, and that's really important. You don't want to get confused here. If you earn 70,000 points in October and another 70,000 points in February, that doesn't add together to be 140. It doesn't add together to become enough for a companion pass because it's not the same calendar year. Okay, it's not like a rolling 12 months, it's per calendar year. So you need to earn your 135,000 points all in a single calendar year. Credit card holders get 10,000, they get credit for 10,000 Companion Pass qualifying points. So if you have a Southwest credit card, you only need to earn 125,000 points in that calendar year. And one point of confusion I find people have often is you don't have to wait until you've saved up your 125,000 points in your account. Like Greg said, you can start booking travel right away as soon as you have points. You don't need to wait to have 125 or 135,000 all at once. It's just that you need to have earned that much during a single calendar year.
Yeah. You also don't lose them. Like it's not like you're paying
Right.
135,000 points for the companion pass. It's like a counter to show how far you've progressed. And once you've reached that level, you get the companion pass for as Nick said before, the rest of the current calendar year and all of the next.
Yes, very good. So the trick then, as I'll mention in a little bit here, would be then if you could earn the points as early in the year as possible, then you could have a lot of time with the companion pass. Imagine if it were possible to earn 135,000 points on like January 1st or January 2nd of any given year. You'd have a companion pass for all of the rest of that calendar year and all of the next calendar year. So you'd get 2 years of companion pass flying if you were able to earn all of those points in 1 or 2 days. Now, we're not going to tell you today how to earn them all in 1 or 2 days necessarily, but we'll give you some ways that you might earn them within the first few days or weeks of a year, or certainly in the first month or two, so that you could enjoy almost 2 years of adding a companion for free. That's really the technique and the way to do it. So let's talk about which points count towards the companion pass. First of all, credit card welcome bonuses. There are a number of different consumer cards and a couple of different business cards. So Southwest has 3 different consumer cards, 2 different business credit cards. And so the welcome bonuses on those cards, the intro bonuses, when they say, oh, spend 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 or however much in the first few months and earn this big amount of bonus points, that counts towards the companion pass. So because of that, if you were to open one business card, one Southwest business credit card, and one Southwest consumer credit card in the same calendar year, or meet the spending requirements anyway, in the same calendar year, and earn those 2 welcome bonuses, oftentimes those 2 welcome bonuses will add together to be enough points for a Southwest companion pass. Just like that. That's it. 2 new credit cards meet the minimum spend. That's the easiest way to earn the companion pass. And you can time things out really well then, because near the end of the year, after October 1st, if you open a card in November, let's say, or in December, then you're going to get usually 3 months to meet the spending requirement, sometimes longer. And so that extends into the new year. So you just wait to meet the spending requirement until sometime in January of the new year. And then when your January statement cuts, then you'll receive the points and voila, you've got yourself a companion pass pretty easily. That's the easiest, simplest method is 2 cards.
Let me interject here that just how good of a deal this is, because we're talking about signing up for 2 cards, meeting the welcome bonus requirements, not just having the companion pass for 2 years. You also have the 125,000 plus points. And those points can be used for a heck of a lot of travel. And then you're adding the companion for free. So if you just think about how many trips that might be, just from 2 credit cards, that's almost fully covered except for the taxes, is just astounding.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. I mean, points are worth more than 1 cent per point towards want to get away fares. And so if you just think about it as points being worth a penny each, if you were to earn 2 welcome bonuses that add up to more than 125,000 points, which is usually the case, usually those 2 welcome bonuses will add up to more than enough points, then you're talking at least $1,200 in flights from the 2 new credit cards, and you add a companion for free. So if you otherwise would have been paying for 2 tickets, you can look at it and say, well, really, it's kind of saving you $2,400. Now, I say kind of because it does get a little bit of, once you actually earn the companion pass, then you get the companion for free no matter what. But if you're starting from scratch, from zero, and looking at this and saying, how much could we end up not spending next year because of it? Well, I mean, you could do pretty well. So, it's a great
deal. I think it's easier just talk in terms of like how much travel it's going to buy you. Right. And as long as you travel with a companion a lot, Nick was kind of lowballing it by counting the points at a penny each. Let's call it 1.3, cents each. You're talking about, I'm just estimating here, around $1,500 before adding the companion. So you're talking about, probably about $3,000 worth of travel.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely it's a great deal. Like I said, I've long said it's the best deal in domestic travel because it's really simple to do that. So if you're new to Southwest credit cards, you're interested, willing to open two credit cards, then that's the way to do it. I want to note you cannot open two different consumer cards. So Chase will not allow you to get the welcome bonus on a Southwest consumer card if you currently have a Southwest consumer card. So you can't get two Southwest consumer cards. You'll need to get one business card and one consumer card. But business cards, thankfully, are relatively easy to get. We've got a video on how to get business credit cards. So that's another thing altogether. All right, let's talk about what other points count because those aren't the only points. Maybe you already have one of the credit cards, so you're not eligible for some reason. You already earned a bonus. You need to figure this out without credit card bonuses, or maybe you can only open one credit card for some reason. Maybe you don't want to open a business card, but you'll open a consumer card, and now you need to bridge the gap to kind of get the rest of the way to the companion pass. There are lots of other ways to earn points. One of them, easy way, is through credit card referrals. So if you have one of the Southwest credit cards, Chase now offers multi referrals. So what I mean by that is, let's say you have the Southwest Rapid Rewards Premier card. You could refer someone to open any of the other Southwest cards, consumer or business. So you could refer a friend and they could open the Chase Southwest Priority card or the Chase Performance Business card, whichever of the Southwest cards after they click through your link. So you give them your referral link, they click through, they can pick whichever of the 5 different Southwest cards they want, and you'll get 25,000 points if they're approved. And you can earn up to 100,000 points a year that way. So that can be an easy way to get most of the way to the requirements without even having a new credit card bonus. Or if you did have just that one consumer card and you refer 2 or 3 people, then you'll, between your new card welcome bonus and your referral bonuses, again, that can be another way to reach the 125,000 points that you'll need as a card holder. So that's a good deal. If you know a number of people that want Southwest cards, one technique to keep in mind is to wait until near the end of the year to refer your friends, which is a good time for them to be getting the Southwest card anyway, because if you refer a couple of people in December, then they will count against your current year's cap in terms of earning up to 100,000 points for this year. But because it takes a long time for that referral bonus to get transferred over to Southwest, those points likely won't show up until the next calendar year. So you effectively can end up earning,
Tricky.
let's say yes, 2 different years worth of referral bonuses all in one year. So if you've got 5 friends, for instance, that want the card, refer at least one of them in December of one year and then the rest of them in the next year. So that's a sort of a way to double dip there. There are other ways, though. That's not it. So obviously, credit card spend is another way to earn points towards the Southwest Companion Pass. You earn 1 point per dollar on most purchases with the Southwest cards, though they have been running some quarterly bonuses where you can sometimes earn 5 points per dollar at certain types of stores on up to a limited number of dollars spent. But those points all count towards the Companion Pass. So that's good. Online shopping, there's a Southwest Rapid Rewards shopping portal. You click through their link to go to popular merchants. Say you want to buy something from Macy's or you want to buy something from, I don't know, some other website. You can click through from the Southwest Rapid Rewards shopping portal and earn a few points per dollar, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 10, all depends on the store that you're shopping at. And those points count towards the Companion Pass. Now, if you see an offer like spend up to $500 over the next week and you'll earn a bonus 1,500 points, that bonus is like what we call a portal wide bonus that's based on your cumulative purchases at a number of different stores. And that bonus doesn't count towards the Companion Pass, but the points you earn from an individual merchant from clicking through do count towards the Companion Pass. So that's a little confusing, but there you have it. We got more detail in the complete guide. 1-800-Flowers still has a code, I believe, RR22. Should give you 1,000 rapid rewards points on an order of $29.99 or more. And that's not amazing. And you can only do that up to 12 times per year these days. And there's no way to stack for free shipping, even if you pay for their free shipping celebrations passport, I think they call it. It won't stack. So you're paying something for those points. But if you're a couple thousand points short of a Companion Pass, maybe you want to send flowers to a couple of people and earn some points that way. They have hotel partners. You can link up with MGM and you get 600 points per stay. Those do count towards the companion pass. You can book hotels through Rocketmiles and pick Southwest Rapid Rewards as your preferred partner. Rocketmiles offers miles in lots of different airline programs for booking through their platform, but it's an online travel agency. So keep in mind, you won't get elite credit. You won't get elite benefits when you're booking through Rocketmiles. But if you're booking a boutique property or a place where elite benefits and elite credit don't matter to you, it might be worth taking a look. Do your comparison shopping, make sure you're getting a good price on the hotel. But every now and then they have good bonuses that could earn you some companion pass qualifying points. There's a number of different rental car partnerships that aren't terribly exciting, but you could earn some points through rental cars. And then the last thing I'll mention is you can refer businesses for what's called SWABIZ. And so this is a small business program, a booking platform that Southwest has that looks exactly like the Southwest website, but it's branded as SWABIZ. And so it's a small business platform. And the idea is they offer some managed travel services for certain small businesses. But if you refer a business to this, you refer somebody who manages travel for a business, even a small business, and they sign up, then you can earn 25,000 points for referring them. Now, there's some different requirements. If it's a really small business, then they're essentially going to require that business to not only sign up for SWABIZ, which is free, by the way, I should mention, but also one of their employees is going to have to fly a round trip or two one ways in the first 90 days. But if you know somebody who has a small business and you know they're going to be booking a Southwest flight anyway, it doesn't cost them any more to book through SWABIZ. It's the same price, and you could earn 25,000 points for referring them, up to 125,000 points per year. So you could get almost all the way to the companion pass by referring 5 businesses. If they're businesses that are big enough to qualify for managed travel through Southwest, they don't even need the round trip flight. Then you'll just earn your 25,000 points as soon as they get into the program. When I say qualify for managed travel, it'd have to be a business that has some pretty regular travel spend, anticipated anyway, to qualify for managed travel with Southwest. Basically, it's a dedicated representative. So that's a little harder to get, but the one round trip flight requirement makes referring a small business pretty darn easy. So there's a whole bunch of different ways you can earn points that count towards the companion pass. Again, you need 135,000 points if you don't have a credit card, or 125,000 points if you're a credit card holder. And it's a fantastic deal.
It really is. So, Nick, I'm not much of a Southwest flyer, so I don't pursue these. But how about you? Do you have a companion pass, and is this something you try to get regularly?
Yeah, we've had one in my household for basically the last decade. Every time it runs out, we earn it again. So yeah, we've had one for a long time. We primarily fly Southwest domestically. So we obviously use a lot of points and miles to travel around the world, lots of different places. But domestically, we mostly fly Southwest. And it's been in large part because of the companion pass, because it saves us lots of money and points. And we like Southwest. I know different people have different opinions on their former boarding process and whatever, and the seat selection or seat assignment or lack thereof that has existed. But of course, they're changing that. So I think Southwest is going to change in a lot of people's eyes, and that might make the companion pass even more desirable moving forward. But yeah, we've definitely long-term had one. And now, because we have 2 kids, there's 4 of us, we're going to eventually here be pursuing 2 of them each year. So that way, both kids will fly for free. We find it to be very convenient in an airline that meets our needs out of our home airport for domestic travel anyway. So yeah, and every year at the beginning of the year for years now, I've done a quick analysis to see, is it still worth it? Will you still save substantially over just collecting miles and other airline programs? And again, I've compared the same airports and the same more or less sets of dates each year. And sure enough, the Southwest Companion Pass comes out to be saving you over other options time and time again. So it's something we found a lot of value in.
That's awesome.
Don't forget, if you've enjoyed this and you'd like to get on our email list, you want to go to frequentmiler.com/subscribe to join our email list, follow us on all the various social media, and check out our Frequent Miler on the Air episodes dropping every Friday.